What's up, everybody? My name is Madeline Shaw, for those who may or may not know, and I'm your current reigning Wonderful Teen Canada 2025, and I'll be competing in April and May in El Salvador for the coveted title of Wonderful Teen International. Now, today we're going to be doing a pageant makeup tutorial. This is our look. And this is perfect for when you have events or have to do your own stage makeup, pageant week itinerary, competitor stuff. It is beautiful, it is simple, and without further ado, let's get going. Alright, so our first step, we are going to put on a headband to keep our hair out of our faces. And then it's so important to always wash your face before applying makeup. I already scrubbed my face down and did my skincare routine, so just do whatever skincare kind of thing that you love to do. Now, I do recommend just putting on some sort of like moisturizer or cream. So I'm just using one of my moisturizers right here. Just lather it on one more time just before you put on your makeup, because when you have prepped and moist skin, your makeup is going to last you longer. Now, when you're competing in a pageant, that's super important, especially like if you have a lot of activities on your itinerary for the day. So lather that on. Next, we're going to be using foundation. Now, this is my favorite foundation here, and it looks full, but I actually just ran out of it, which is horrible. So I'm going to be using my backup foundation. Now, this isn't my shade, but it will be fine because we will be doing contouring and bronzing. So you're going to pump an amount onto your hand. I pumped a generous amount because I also use this as my concealer. You're going to take a wet beauty blender and you're just gonna get the product onto the beauty blender. I start low, but you're going to dab the product onto your face. I'll do one side so you can kind of see the difference. Now, this is great, the way that we're doing this, because you are blending it all on. I always make sure to get my eyelids because then everything looks even, but no foundation. I know I look way whiter than usual, but when you have an actual foundation that properly matches your skin tone, it looks good. It looks really good. Flawless almost. I forgot to close my lips right there, but that's okay. Now, we are going to powder this down, but after we apply our next products. Next thing, we are going to be using contour. I'm just using the stick contour. I got it from the dollar store, and it works like a charm. So we're going to just nicely outline our face, just like that. Now I'm gonna go on with some extra lines to make sure that's even. Then we're going to go like a little round on the forehead, a little triangle, and I like going like that, kind of like eyeliner. It just accentuates the eyes. And then you're going to go and you're gonna put it here to here to get that nose contour. Now, the tip of your nose always depends on you. You could do it like that, you could do it like that, you couldn't do it at all. I always just circle the smallest part of my nose so I can have a button nose illusion, because my nose, as you can see, has a little bump, but the button nose illusion is super helpful. It makes me look cute. And under the lips, I know I look crazy, but trust the process. That is a huge thing with doing makeup. You're gonna take an angled brush if you have one, and you're going to blend it. If you don't have an angled brush, you can gently blend with a beauty blender. Now, I know you just saw me blend down for a second, but I messed up. Always blend up. Always. Always, always, always. You can blend up. You can blend slightly to the side as well, but you're following the line of your face in an upwards motion, because this lifts your face. It'll make your face look more youthful and lively, and in pageantry especially, it's just like, you don't want to have like droopy looking makeup because it's such like a glamorous environment. So you want to make sure that you just match the freak, you know? So notice how I'm leaving my nose to last. That is super important because you actually blend your nose out with your finger. I just gotta check this in my big mirror. Okay, the super white foundation is less of an issue now, which is beautiful. So now we're going to blend her with our fingers. Go that circular motion. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Up next, with our same angled brush, we're gonna use a product called bronzer. So this is my Shea Butter bronzer from Annabelle. It's really good. I love the creamy texture, but just swish your brush around there a couple of times. You can see the motion that I do on it so often. So swish it around and get that product on your brush. You're gonna stretch your face, and I'm gonna do this. Beautiful. You get that part of your nose. Now, yes, my nose is going to be darker than everything else. That's what that extra little bit of foundation / your concealer will do for you, as we'll highlight it all out. It's a technique called reverse contouring, and I believe that it gets the best illusion. So now we're just going to put some on our cheeks. We go from here and we go up. And we go up. Now you might be wondering, why do you put bronzer on your cheeks when you're gonna put blush there? Because it balances your face. Especially if you have the wrong shade on. But also, it just balances your face in general. A light brushing in all these super untouched areas, if you will. Very, very light brushing. I do look very tan, but there is a purpose behind that. I'm gonna get a little bit of my neck with my bronzer to kind of balance this look out a little bit. Because it is pretty bronzer heavy, but this is a full glam makeup, so you look very different than the rest of you. And the funny thing is that I'm doing this before school so that I can specifically help out a group of people who are competing in their first pageant this weekend, which is so exciting. So up next, everyone's favorite part, blush. I am using the NYX Wonder Stick, and I'm using the peach side. Now I like this side better just on my complexion, but there is like a rosy dark pink. I used to use that when I first started, and then I realized that this just looks so much better. So if you noticed, I put 2 dots kind of up by my eyebrow, and you're like, why do you put that up there for blush? Well, once again, it just helps flatter my complexion. I recommend trying it this way first because it does look really good, but you can find a way. Just don't put it right here on the apples of your cheeks. Now, use kind of a brush like this. It's fluffy at the end, it's very soft at the end, okay? Compared to the rest of the brush, it's soft. And we're going to, like the contour, we're gonna push up, but we're also going to move the blush a little bit down here in like this fast motion. We're creating kind of like a C right here. Beautiful. Now, blush is so hard to get even, but if you put the same amount, you're naturally, like, even if you put the same amount on each cheek, it's gonna look a little different. Just because, like, how you blended it, the intensity, all that jazz. Once you kind of have it how you like, you can lay off on the blush for a second. But for pageants, I recommend going in with a sparkly blush. So I have this Halo Glow Wand from e.l.f. and it looks like this. And I just do one big dot on this top part. And this, I'm actually going to bring a little down. So we're going to stipple and we're going to bring it down. And then we're going to push down and then we're going to push up for our final. This just adds dimension into your blush and of course sparkle. Now when you're doing pageant just day makeup, you don't have to go this heavy on the blush or anything. But when you're doing stage makeup, you have to be a little heavier with your look. And I know when you get out of the chair at hair and makeup or when you're done doing your own, you're like, oh my goodness gracious, what happened? I am so red. It is because you are on stage and it captures beautifully with photography and it also looks amazing from a distance. Just like in acting, stage makeup is supposed to be heavy and it doesn't look the best up close. But do not worry about that. You're going to look like a diamond on stage. So once we have that done, we're all blushed up. This is what I consider your base. My base is done. Now, I don't do my eyebrows. I don't have an eyebrow pencil yet, so I haven't learned how to do that. But what I have managed to do is learn how to kind of get them more uniform. I would say this is CoverGirl Natural Lash, and I used to use that, but I ran out, so I actually been using Dippity Doo, which is a hair gel from a dollar store. And I find that it works even better. I just brush through my eyebrows, just like that, and then I kind of just push it down. And then it's just a nicer brow shape. The only thing and my eyebrows are done. Now, the last thing is going to be your eyes and lashes. Some people start with the eyes, some people finish with the eyes. I've recently just been finishing with the eyes. Right, Cosmic Color Palette, it's from London Drugs. I'm going to take a brush that kind of looks like this. This one's a little hard to touch, but it's round. That's very important. You can tell what shades I typically use. So you're gonna start with a shade that kind of matches your skin, and you're gonna brush that under your eyebrow. Now we don't have to prep our eyelids because when we put on that foundation under there, we already kind of prepped it. You don't see all the veins and stuff, so we're good. So then you're gonna take your darker shade. Now for pageants, I recommend doing browns. Browns are super important, so take your darker brown shade. I'm using this beautiful cool brown here. what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your brush in your crease and you're just gonna kind of scroll that around. So your crease is this part of your eye. You're gonna stick that there. And yeah, you're just gonna do that. Whoa, eyeshadow. So, once you have that, you're gonna gather more pigment and you're gonna move on and do the same thing on the next side. I always find it really challenging to get it even, but today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna get it even because I have to go to school like this in full pageant glam. My excuse is gonna be that I had pageant things to do after school, which isn't too far-fetched because I've been having pageant things to do every single day after school. Pretty much, I feel like. We got her on. Pretty good. Don't worry about it being super even right now, because my favorite secret in the world is using concealer to even it out. Okay, then, so it's dark and then medium light typically when you do your eyeshadow. Now, since this is a pageant, I am going to be employing glitter. So we're gonna just take our medium shade first and we're gonna just put it kind of in the middle, right on the lid. And don't worry, we're gonna blend that out. So you're gonna take a fluffy rounded brush, just a little one. It's like very fluffy, very loose compared to this one. You see that? All right. You're gonna just literally just do that. So it kind of becomes one. You can also touch around with these, with this part up here, because this just allows it to look more like cohesive. I know it looks great right now. Trust the process. Most important part. Okay, so up next, you're gonna take a little, one of these tiny little fan brushes, and you're gonna take your concealer that you have, and you're gonna put a little bit on your hand, and you're gonna put a little bit on the brush. Then you're going to go from this crease part of your eye, you're gonna go up, and then you're gonna follow your brow line, just like that. And then you're gonna go from underneath your bottom lid eyelashes, and you're gonna go up. Simple enough. So that looks pretty good. They're pretty even, it looks good. Now, since we have our concealer in the process, anything that you see in your look that you're like, yay caramba, conceal it. But also, we're gonna deal with our nose. So, you're going to, kind of where you ended that line, you're gonna brush down and down, and you're just gonna make sure that this is kind of blended out so you see the line on your nose, because when you do it with the brush it gets down onto here and you want to separate your nose from that part and just lightly blend it with your fingers. And then you're going to take some more concealer and you're going to right here down the bridge and then right here on that tip where that little circle would have been, like on the inside of that. Now, I could have used more concealer in that, so I'm going to put a little bit more. A little bit more concealer. And I just go up and down and I blend it all around. very pageant. I love my very heavy pageant makeup that I'm gonna wear to school today. Anyways, we're gonna take our beauty blender and we're going to just, like always, blend up, blend away from your eyeshadow. And yeah, I just messed with my eyebrows. We're gonna fix that. We are going to, oh, I fixed it. Sometimes it just takes running it through, which is fine. But now we have the base of our eyeshadow. Great. So remember the concealer that you just put on your hand and that bad brush you just put away? We're gonna take that back out. We're gonna put the littlest amount possible, and we're gonna go just on this lid. So now we have a little bit of that brown still on there, and you're like, why did we do that? That is good. So we're gonna actually take that fluffy brush and we're gonna bring that brown back a little bit, blend it onto our new little spot that we have created. Now, please remember, I am self-taught, and I have watched a million bajillion YouTube videos, Instagram reels, and everything in between so I could do my own makeup. I do my own makeup quite often in pageantry for every fashion night and of course for a lot of my photo shoots. And then my mom typically helps me with my hair, but I've started doing that on my own too. So up next I have this beautiful glitter from Marigold Beauty. This is just sticky eyelid glitter. If you do not have this, do not worry. You can find something like this at the dollar store, but I do recommend supporting Marigold Beauty. But you could also just use your eye, like a silver or a gold, just shimmery eyeshadow. And you can just brush it in like usual, but I'm just using a second flat little round brush like we use the concealer, and I'm just putting that on the concealed area. Nothing screams pageant like glitter. Now, I'm always a silver girl, but if you're not, then that is okay. Well, like I said, you could use a gold. You could use, like, if you have like a different colored outfit in mind and you have that color and glitter, use it. But I always recommend going with either a gold or a silver because it keeps your look more neutral. I'm always wearing silver jewelry, so I know that the silver is a look that I can trust. And even if I do have gold jewelry on, the silver on my eyelids looks good still. So with that being said, our eyeshadow is done. Now is our lashes. The final part. You're gonna take a lash curler. This is from the Dollar Tree. And you're gonna just clamp down on those little lashes. You're gonna just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Try not to pinch your skin. And you're gonna go on to the other side. And you're gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And it kind of just brings your lashes up. Now, I just have extensions, so my eyelashes are like short. Very, very short compared to usual. But we're gonna put on our mascara. and we bring it down and up. And we just make sure that we cover all of the little parts of our eyes. Now you might be wondering, why is this important? Because we're putting on lashes. This just helps blend in your lashes to the falsies. And you're just gonna put a little on your bottom lashes too. Just like 1 or 2 very light swipes. I don't like my mascara on my bottom lashes, but I learned like it just looks good for pageants. And yeah, so once you have that on, we are going to move to the final step of our makeup process. Lashes. So my lashes are reusable and I just clean them, but these are styled Rosé from Saidia Beauty Lashes, which, like Marigold Beauty, is a local Calgarian business. I encourage you to support her. Not only does she have worldwide shipping, she has cheap, affordable, luxury eyelashes that are just absolutely flawless for pageantry with tons and tons of styles. She also has magnetic lashes, which is amazing, and this like eyeliner that you can use. I don't do eyeliner because I still can't do it no matter how many times I practice. And I also realized the other day, eyeliner doesn't really look best on me. So what I'm doing is I'm applying my clear lash glue to the band of the lashes. Yes, it looks white now, it dries clear. It dries clear. So you can also get lash glues in black to kind of work as eyeliner, but I just prefer going in with the clear because it doesn't mess up the makeup that you already have. And if you have an eyeliner kind of mascara, I highly recommend you watching a YouTube video on how to do eyeliner, and then you would just do the glue just like the eyeliner. I cannot teach you how to do that because I don't know how. And like I said, I am self-taught. I've been working really hard, and also I tried the other day, I got it really straight and it just doesn't look the best on me. So now that you have your lash, you're just gonna wave it around, let it dry for a couple seconds. So the glue just becomes tacky. Typically lash glue, it turns kind of blue instead of white. So it kind of has a bluish tint. It's really hard to see. Now at the moment of truth, you're going to take your lash and you're going to kind of just drop it to the top of your eyelashes to that skin, and you're going to just press it so that the glue comes in contact with your skin. And you're just going to press, press, press. And then you're gonna squeeze it to your actual eyelashes. Now, I don't know how many people do that step. That's just how I figured out how to do it and how to get it to stay on for the longest. But yeah, so we're just going to repeat. While this lash dries, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how I do my lips, because that is our last and final step before just touch-ups. So I do my lips with I used to do just like a nude liner and my stuff, but right now I've been using this like deep brown eyeliner pencil and it's been looking really good. So always lip liner, lip gloss, or lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. It's a process. It is a process. So now I'm gonna stick on my second lash just the same way that I did before. It takes like a steady hand. I feel like people who do like lashes just have to be the steadiest handed people in the world, which I am honestly not. That is okay. So as you see here, I'm really trying to stick down that corner. If it doesn't go on perfect for first try, just take it off and try again. It's also a little harder to work around with when you have sticky hands. Okay, now that we have both of our lashes on, oh my goodness, this looks great. Who is this diva? Anywho, So now that we have our beautiful lashes on, we're gonna move on to lips. So right now I'm using the Essence Long Lasting Brown. It's in color Hot Chocolate eye pencil, and just outlining the lips. I think that looks good. And even if it's not super even, you're just gonna slightly mush it around with your finger. So then I'm gonna go in with this Physicians Formula Nude, and I'm just gonna go above that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go in with, if I can see it, which I usually can't because I have a bajillion makeup products. Okay, here it is. The NYX Fat Oil. And we're gonna put that just in like the center of our lips, kind of. I'm gonna push that together. I just have a really high cupid bow, so I always have to like make sure that I get it up there. And you'd have that pink lip. I usually do nude, so that's an option for a pink lip. And I just wiped off I just wiped off the lip oil, so now I'm just going to apply what I would usually apply, which is a nude lipstick. So this is called Sparkling Honey. It's my favorite. It's Revlon. I got it at Shoppers. As you can see, I've used like all of it. That's as far as it goes. And we're just gonna apply her after the lip liner, and she looks amazing. So we're just gonna do our final touch, and this is for my highlighter girlies. So this is the Essence Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner in this light shade. We're going to just put it a little bit on this inner eyelid and up. Let it touch our inner corner a little bit. We're gonna do that to the other side too. We're gonna do it down the bridge, on the tip. This step is completely optional, I just like to do it. Under, blend, top of cheek, blend. You could do it under eyebrows, blend. Well then, you're done. This is our final look. Amazing job, everyone. Remember, practice, 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 practice. I always am changing the way that I do my makeup, and I'm learning and I'm adding new styles, so I totally recommend that you do the same. Use this video kind of as a starter point to your pageant makeup journey, and I hope that you had a lot of fun learning along with me. Feel free to pause the video in any spots to kind of see the placement of things, and leave a comment down below if you found this video helpful. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day! Luxury eyelashes that are just chef's kiss.